Hey everyone, welcome back to my vinyl collection, and today we're talking about PVRIS Acoustic EP on vinyl. So for the design of the artwork, I really like it because it's got that whole black and white high contrast theme going, like the way they look now, and I think that's a really good sort of style that they have. And for this one is actually, a photo from a live show, and I think overall this kind of captures or reflects even the somber, mysterious, eerie, dreamy kind of feel to the hauntingly beautiful acoustic tracks of this EP. And I think this is one of the nicest designs out there. Even though it's quite simple, it's just a photo with a few effects done it, through Photoshop. But actually, I think it does the trick, and it's actually really effective. So once again, I got mine from Banquet Records, and it was actually originally released in 2014, where the first pressing of the vinyl was on clear vinyl. This is the second time it's been pressed, and this time it's just the opaque white version, and it's also limited to only 500 copies. So overall, it is quite a basic design. There is a very simple, straightforward track listing on the back, only 4 songs, or 4 very good songs in fact. So overall, yeah, very simple, very minimalistic even, because there is no lyric sheet, there isn't anything extra, there's no specials or things added, there's no download card even, and it's just this basic standard paper sleeve, which again is not great. It just doesn't give us that peace of mind that it's protecting the vinyl, but what you're going to do, well actually what you can do is buy your own plastic sleeves, but anyway, yeah, so pretty simple, straightforward. So what you get inside is a 10-inch white opaque vinyl of the EP. Now the original one was clear, and I prefer that one because it's just much nicer and it's much more, I guess, in keeping with their whole overall style. But this is still good, at least it's white, at least there's some colour to it, it's not boring. But apart from that, I do think they could have done a bit more to it, maybe make it half white, half clear, like one of their variants for their album. But then again, that might make it too special, so I guess this is pretty much a good in-between area and appropriate style to choose and end up designing. So, there's not much to say about it. It is pretty simple. It's 10-inch, and there's 2 tracks on each side because there's only 4 tracks on this EP. And that's it. Let's talk about the music. Now, this EP completely blows me away. It's one of the best releases I've ever heard when it comes down to just a solely acoustic sort of release from any band. I think it really sets the bar high as well for any band who wants to achieve this. Now, all these tracks, I'm in love with all of them, particularly the last one, Only Love. I'll move on to that in a second, but just overall, I love the way they, how they just strip back the sound, and I like when bands do this because it really conjures up a more raw, more authentic, genuine kind of feel to them, and it kind of almost proves to you just how good of a band it can be without flooding you and smothering you with all these electronic effects and sonic elements they have in their studio albums. So it really shows off what they can do, and particularly in this EP and the studio album as well, but in this EP you can really hear just how well Lynn Gunn can sing. I mean, she has a fantastic vocal range. She can sing clean vocals incredibly well, she can sing unclean, and she's a really good rock singer and acoustic singer, and it's just fantastic the work she's able to do and achieve. And this is an astounding EP, a good, excellent release to showcase that. And like I was saying earlier, Only Love, one of my favourite tracks off this EP because it's, I guess to me, it's the more honest and catchier melodies and hooks. Just overall, I love the use of reverb and echo. It really adds to their haunting aesthetic. It's gone dark for some reason. Really haunting aesthetic, and that really suits their style, and I just absolutely love the way they do things. And how I felt about the studio album. I love that one, and this is just adds to it. And also, this was actually just released a few months prior to their studio album, so it's a really good way to sort of hype up how good they are with by showing off how good they are just acoustically. And I highly recommend this to anybody who listens to bands like Tonight Alive, We Are the In Crowd, who are actually doing something right now. Actually, I'll do a review of that later when I get around to it. And bands like Paramore, I guess Hey Monday even. Because mainly, if you're into your really strong female-led vocalists in pop punk bands, rock bands in general, alternative bands, anything sort of in that genre, or even synth pop electro rock, like Sykes even, that I just discovered a few months ago. I had the pleasure to see live even. So yeah, I mean, if you're into those bands, you'll love these guys if you haven't already, and I think if you do listen to all of them, then you know what I'm talking about, you know how excellent these guys are, and this is a brilliant acoustic EP. So yeah, that's my little review, unboxing sort of thing, show and tell kind of video, weird crap, I don't know what this is, of PVRIS Acoustic EP. Again, it's brilliant. You guys should definitely check out if you like music in general. If you've got ears, listen to these guys. Check them out because they're brilliant and they deserve more attention and more praise, and just they deserve a lot more stuff. Because these guys are fantastic musicians. and have released some brilliant album and EPs. So anyway, if you haven't already, you know, it'd really mean a lot to me if you guys could like, comment, or subscribe to my channel if you want to check out more of this awesome pop punk alternative stuff that I do. But yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya. I like how it's going on here. It got from like really bright to dark as balls.